Hi, Chain Migration and TPS. This is Dr. Lakowski here to give you guys some feedback about your blog space. Just a few things that I want to address. And the first one is really the opening screen. I like that you guys have your blog posts as the kind of like the dynamic space that a person comes to, but I really don't understand what we're doing. So first of all, we have this kind of image of monarch butterflies, which I get migrate. I feel one of the other teams is already kind of using that image, so you might want to think of your own image. But because of this image, the title of your page is lost. It's kind of hard to see. You have this calendar widget, which doesn't seem to be doing anything, and also really hard to read. And then also your toolbar, it looks like the only other page you have, which is Meet the Authors, is also hard to see because it's kind of buried in this image. So the first thing you might want to think about doing is really radically altering the way you have your blog page set up. And that might be just something as simple as going back to the kind of my sites format and kind of like playing with some of the different models that they have for you. I'm also going to say I really don't understand the use of brown here. I think it's kind of dire and depressing, and I also think it just doesn't add anything. So really think about what do you want your page to look like, and keep in mind that the goal of a blog post is really to draw the eye to the content, and the way you have it here, it's just not doing that. So just to begin with that, I'll move on. So my first thing is, if we look at some of your blog posts, I'm going to say this is, well, how many words is this? I'm going to count it right now. This is word. Okay. So this is 300 words, which is a good start, right? But I'm also going to say it's a 300-word paragraph. 300 words is an essay. And so you really need to break this up so it's easy to read. Remember, all the work we've talked about this semester focuses on the fact that people online do not read big chunks of text. And that's what you've provided us here. So nobody's going to read this. If we go into like what a blog post also should do, you kind of have this opening sentence, which is market rivals or class allies, relations between African American, Latino immigrant workers in Memphis by Barbara Allen Smith, addresses the relations between African Americans and Latino workers. That's not a hook, right? So how do you draw a reader in? I'm also going to say this would be an excellent opportunity for you to maybe link to Barbara Allen Smith's page so we can learn more about her. You could even link to the article if you can find it online. But that's another thing to keep in mind as well. This article focuses on the influx of Latino immigrants and the effects it has had on African Americans. This is kind of a restatement of what you just said. Over the years, there have been substantial increase in Latino population in Memphis, Tennessee. You just said that. It's repetitive, right? Many believe that this gradual increase in Latino immigrants caused many of the problems between blacks and Latinos seen today. Is that what Ellen Smith is saying? Who's the many here? And you say that there are problems between blacks and Latinos today, and my immediate response is, do you have proof of that? There's no evidence to that. There may be in the real world, but your blog post doesn't provide any of that. And it's also really vague. So like, keep in mind when you're making a claim like this, you need to provide specific evidence and examples that support that claim. So maybe linking to a news story that talks about this, or providing an example from the reading itself. I think the reading itself undermines your claim a little bit, actually. The article suggests that workers need to change how they view competition. Here we have an unattached quotation, which is completely unacceptable in any form of scholarly or even blog writing, right? you have to attach a quotation and then explain it, right? So you can't just throw up a quotation in there. Also, what page does it come from? How could I find more information about this quotation? It's also not even punctuated correctly. Instead of Latinos and African Americans seeing each other as economic threat and competition, we have verb-subject agreement here. We must learn, who's the we here? Must learn to shape and change our perception of one another. The article presents a community-based project known as Across Races and Nations, Building New Communities in the U.S. South. Why don't you link to that? The study included, I'm also going to say, where's your analysis? This just seems to be a lot of summary. I do like that you're using tags here, and I support that. I notice that you have a comment function here. I think one of the things to keep in mind is if you provide a space for commenting, the expectation is that people will comment. So you might want to think about commenting yourself or having other readers comment on your material. Work relations in Memphis, Tennessee. I recently read Market Rivals and Class Allies. Why are we having multiple posts about the same essay? I'm also going to say, again, this is one gigantic 300-word paragraph, and that's not how we write in school, and it's not how we write in blogs. Since there is an established Latino community, where's your proof of that? That's also an introductory clause and needs a comma. It makes it easier for people to use the Family Reunification Act. Who are the people? What are we talking about? It has pros and cons, and the major pro, this is not, what is a pro? Do you mean a benefit? A pro isn't a word. Being that families can stay together when they come to Memphis and will not feel isolated because there's already an established community that they will fit into. What proof do you have of that? And then the summit, an opportunity to make change. I like that you guys are addressing the summit. I'm also going to point out, though, why aren't you using images? Where's the video? Where are the hyperlinks? You know, the meeting was held on the first floor of the Millennium Maxwell House Hotel and it had many guest speakers. Why don't you link to the Tennessee Education Equity page that shows who the speakers are, right? We want to make sure that we're using the affordances of digital media effectively. The 4 priorities were as follows. This is kind of, I like the use of bullets here, but it takes up a lot of space on the page. So just make sure you're using the page effectively. If we go into this more, 2 fellow UCB students, Will Foner and Liz Vaduri, whose blogs have also been linked. Why do we care about them? Why are they important? And then I like that you guys actually broke this down a little bit, and it's not just one giant chunk of text. But again, I was taught about the importance of data and activism and how to interpret it. One statistic that stood out to me stated that Latino, that should be capitalized, college enrollment in Tennessee has increased recently, which seems at first, so how much? You'd say there's a statistic here, but you don't tell me what that statistic is. I kind of like this formatting, but again, why should I read all this? It's just a giant block of text. Consider maybe breaking this up into smaller sections or using images. Again, you need to use hyperlinks. Let me see the next. Work relations in Memphis, Tennessee. I don't know why that's capitalized here. Oh, we already looked at that. I'm also look at your meet the authors a little bit. This shouldn't be capitalized. One of the things I would suggest is that you maybe, I like that you're using images that aren't, oh wait, now you have Daniel who's him. I think you need to be consistent. So everybody should have an avatar or nobody should have an avatar. Look at some of the other pages. Some of your peers have done an effective job of this. Yeah, so look at those. And also they should all be the same size. They're kind of jumping all over the place and there should be clear distinction amongst them. I'm going to say, I think in looking at this, you guys have a lot of work to do. I'll be 100% honest. I think this is D- level work. If I were to grade it today, that's what you all would receive for your blog. it's worth an increasing amount of your grade because we've cut other assignments. So I think it's going to end up being worth over 50% of your grade. So you might want to think about how you're going to make sure that level of work is shown in your blog. I'm also going to say we are paying Mary Clark to provide feedback both on formatting and on content and doing editing for you guys. I really strongly encourage you to reach out to her and get help, because there's typos throughout this whole thing. There's really simple errors that shouldn't be existing. And it's really just not well done overall. The formatting is not good. The writing isn't good. And it doesn't seem to be really at all mindful of what a blog can do. So I strongly recommend you get some help from her as well. Consider maybe even critically thinking about what a widget should do. And if you guys aren't sure, my advice is to read on how to write a blog, read other blogs, and maybe set up an appointment to come see Dr. Gross and I so we can walk you through this a little more. But that's really, this just needs a lot of work, you guys. And I really strongly encourage you to put more effort forward. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.